So the 8 gates in Naruto's universe, the technique which we all fell in love with, and it cemented a strong foothold in the anime in the Chunin exams with the introduction of Rock Lee vs Gaara. Seriously, it's one of the all-time best fights ever in the series for how amazingly it was choreographed, animated, and its intensity. Rock Lee is in my top 5 Naruto characters. Guy and Rock Lee's relationships and personality is easy to relate to with the audience. Why? Because they are the most human. They specialize in taijutsu and work hard for what they got, which we all see in ourselves and want to strive for as well. They perpetuate the idea of one trying to become a better version of yourself. The characteristics, idealism and hard work we see in them against all odds. As an audience, we can perceive ourselves to be in their shoes, because isn't our world much like that? Full of struggles, hardships and trials, but overcoming those drawbacks, eventually growing and moving forward. So Rock Lee and Guy Sensei are the primary muses that we see and the masters of the 8 gates jutsu, which we finally saw the last gate being opened against Madara in all its glory, with Madara being the most powerful thing ever as he had the 6 paths and Jinchuriki. Madara himself praising how amazing it was that he has to go full power and he may have died against it. I will cover Rock Lee and Guy Sensei separately in the future, but in this video, let's go over the 8 gates technique about what it is actually. So the 8 gates in Naruto's universe are chakra points, which we are introduced to earlier on in the series, in which they are chakra pathway points in the body. Technically speaking, in Naruto's universe, because of the concept of chakra, everyone has the 8 gates within them. Quoting the show itself, the 8 gates are constantly working to limit the amount of chakra that flows in the body. The Lotus, aka the first gate of the 8 gate technique, releases these restraints using chakra to allow you to release 10 times of power more than usual. However, only 6 characters have been shown in the anime to have the ability to open the gates, such as Might Dai, Might Guy, Rock Lee, Kakashi and Shino, being from the movie called Bonds. Now the 8 gates technique, specifically in which we see Rock Lee and Guy Sensei displayed the most, is not really explained in Naruto's universe of how the technique is actually obtained. All we know is that it's a forbidden technique that provides immense chakra throughout the body, which changes the user's body in muscle, appearance and aura, and it is also extremely difficult to master. Might Dai, who taught Guy Sensei the technique, took him 20 years of training just to learn. Guy taught Rock Lee, and Rock Lee knew how to open 6 gates at 17, which is a crazy feat if you think about the timescale compared to others. And Kakashi also knows how to open 1 gate, even though he's a prodigy in everything. He only knows how to use it when he did his rock climbing, for example. One thing to note is Rock Lee might eventually teach his son Metal Lee in Boruto, as his character follows the same traits of excelling in taijutsu. Maybe it's become a technique for his clan now. The 8 gates technique is a double-edged sword. Reap the humongous rewards and benefits, but the consequences you suffer after are just as gigantic. Opening the gates itself is not recommended by the shinobi world. That's why it is forbidden. How many times did we hear Guy's concern for Rock Lee when he uses the gates? Or Kakashi telling Guy that it's dangerous and what is he doing with training Lee that way? The consequences increase after each sequential gate being opened. Of course, the first gate, called the Gate of Opening, and the side effects are extreme fatigue and muscle tear, as it lets you use 100% of your muscle. And then there's the 8th gate, which is the final gate, which is literally death. You will die after using this one. So what exactly are these gates and the concept of it? What did they do? How did Kishimoto create it? According to Hindu and Buddhist belief, chakras are vast yet confined pools of energy in our bodies which govern our physiological qualities. There are said to be 7 main chakras in all, 4 in the upper body which govern our mental properties, and 3 in the lower body which govern our instinctive properties. They are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. Naruto's universe follows the same premise of having chakra points within the same confined areas specified, as well as the concept of chakra being confined within the body and gates can be opened up just like the belief in real life. According to Buddhist and Hindu teachings, all of chakra should contribute to a human's well-being. Our instincts would join forces with our feelings and thinking. Some of our chakras are usually not open all the way, but some are overactive or even near closed. If the chakras are not balanced, peace with the self cannot be achieved. Again, this is what Naruto's universe follows as well, in which if a ninja depletes in chakra, they die or grow more tired depending on usage. The 8 gates technique allows gates to be opened and open pathways within the chakra system, which explains why it's a power surge and kinda makes sense in Naruto's universe. Kishimoto did pretty well in the explanation, to be honest. He did pretty decent. Naruto's universe also follows the principle of Buddhist and Hindu teachings with the concept of having to balance chakra, and goes on to explain the use of chakra control. Then further on with the yin and yang release, and Naruto having to balance 9 tails with his own chakra, if you guys can remember that scene. The whole concept of chakra is intertwined in the whole universe, and is a fundamental plot device Kishimoto had to use in his storytelling. The ninjutsu which we see in Naruto's universe is made of chakra, which can be interpreted as being different from the original Hindu or Buddhist concept of energy focal points within the body. The word chakra can mean wheel or cycle or circle, and are located in 7 specific points around the body, which I described beforehand. These points influence the 8 gates concept and technique used by Rock Lee, Might Guy and the others. This is said to be a lot of chakra points. I mean, there are around 114 chakra points, and this has been mentioned, but there are 7 major ones, which is essentially in Naruto's universe the concept follows as well, as it is manifested and shown with the Hyuga clan with its use of the gentle fist techniques, in which they can close chakra points and we can see the whole system within the body. So the references in Naruto back to its source material is evident. For example, swirling or vortexes of chakra are displayed like looking at the Rasengan, for example. It's a formation of jutsu of mixing physical and spiritual energy. The 8 gates technique follows the principle of unlocking these gates to let the flow of chakra within one's body to be exceeded. The idea of chakra gates being closed, and in turn the body is limited and the functions with it are locked, but helps prevent detrimental damage to the body. Guy is able to open all 8 gates, whilst we are not sure if Rock Lee can too as well by now, but within Boruto I'd assume he can. Guy and Rock Lee are the best users of taijutsu. 8 gates is made for them, it's perfect for them. Let's explain what it exactly does. The gate of opening is located in the brain and provides 100% user strength instead of the usual 20% of muscle people use, and allows you to use the technique of front lotus. So essentially, you become 5 times stronger than an ordinary human being. The second gate of healing increases a user's strength and re-energizes the body, thus allowing Rock Lee to get back up from his damage against his fight with Gaara, for example. The third gate of life allows the person to use the reverse lotus technique and increases the blood flow, thus making your skin turn red. The fourth gate of pain further increases speed and power, and now causes muscle tissue tear on use. The fifth gate of limit again increases your power and speed again. Then there's the sixth gate of view and increases your power and speed again. Opening this gate has so much energy to the point that it can cause water to form vortexes around the user, and it allows you to use the technique of Morning Peacock, which is a technique that allows you to punch so fast with speed that the friction turns your punches into fire type blasts and it looks like a peacock fan, utterly destroying your opponents. Then there's the seventh gate of wonder, the increase of power and speed further. This allows the use of daytime tiger. If you use this gate, you will gain a green or bluish aura around you because of the sweat from every inch of your body, which is immediately evaporating from your own heat. This aura makes people mistake it for chakra because of how massive it is. Might Guy used this against Kisame and destroyed him in a single blow. The after effects are insane. All your muscle fibers are ripped to shreds and causes pain in your whole body. If you do anything, move, touch, everything, you will feel the pain of it. Lastly, it's the Gate of Death, which is in the heart. It can only be activated if you puncture or damage your own chest just above the heart to open it. Entering this state uses all the body's energy whilst making the heart pump at maximum power. You temporarily gain powers at 100 times greater than your normal self, far beyond any level someone can comprehend in taijutsu prowess. That's why Madara titled Might Guy on the spot that he is the best taijutsu user ever. Releasing this gate will mean your death as your body disintegrates to ashes. This gate allows you to perform Evening Elephant and Night Guy technique, which on their own are capable of destroying a Jinchuriki utterly with no chance of survival. Madara only lived because of his regeneration. Any other person would have died, and I don't know, that's what I like to think. That's what I like to think anyways, that's my belief. The state of having all gates open is known as the 8 gates released formation. That was everything you needed to know about the 8 gates technique in Naruto's universe, the chakra system that it follows and what it does. Please smash that like button to help support us, and make sure you comment below your favorite fight for Rock Lee and Guy. For me, it was Rock Lee and Gaara, and Might Guy vs Madara or Kusame. It was just too awesome. Let us know any videos you want from us in the future, and check out our second channel if you like to get to know us and more personal with that personal content, and follow us on social media on Snapchat, Twitter or Instagram. We see you guys next time as always, and thanks for watching.